This tutorial is for the twisted ribbon around the pole, or pole with twisted ribbon. Here it is again. Makes for a good border around other shapes like window or weave or squares or triangle. And you can see that it's pretty dimensional. It has shading. So you need a marker to start with and some paper. Got my marker. I'm going to start with my pencil though. And I am going to make a line that gently curves across the page. And then I'm going to make a parallel line about a finger wide. So it's about the finger wide. And it's going to be parallel to the first line. I'm going to do that pretty lightly because I'm going to be erasing this when I am done with the third step. So I'm going to make pairs of dots. So there's a pair, and then about a finger width down, I'm going to make another pair. Another finger width down, I'm going to make another pair. About the same distance apart each time. And make sure you have a pair for each dot. So each pair gets a dot on the other side. Alright, I am going to finish my dots that are about a finger width apart all the way to the bottom on pause. There. So if yours doesn't look like this with a matching dot for each dot on the left and on the right with a channel that's about as wide apart as the width of your finger, then you probably should put me on pause and redo it and try again. Because if it doesn't look like this, then it's not going to work later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the top dot on the left, and I'm going to be aiming for the second dot on the right. Not the first one, but the second one. And if I can't see my ending point and my starting point because my hand's in the way, I can't see. Move. I need to be able to see this and this at the same time. So however I got to do this so that I can see as I draw, and if you can't see it, move your paper so that you can see it. As you draw, you're going to draw down towards the second dot. So from the first dot to the second dot on the other side. Then you're going to go across and then down again. Then you're going to go to the second dot on the left and draw down to the third dot on the right. So I'm going to go diagonally down, across, and then I need to be able to see this dot so I know where I'm aiming. So, like, a lot of times people cover up and they're like, woo, I missed. Well, that's because they couldn't see where they needed to go. So make sure as you draw that you can see. You're going to go diagonally down and then across. Diagonally down and across. Diagonally down, across. Diagonally down and across. Keep going in the same sort of curve. Across and down. Diagonally down, across and down. Diagonally down, across and down. So here's what we don't want to have. We don't want to have a straight line. Boo! We don't want it to wiggle all over the place. Boo! We don't want to have a curve one way and then curve a different way on the second one. We want to have a consistent curve. Okay? So again, diagonally down, across, diagonally down. 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 So finish all of them so that it is consistent. They're kind of like flat S's, but you want them to be as consistent as possible and not just straight lines going across. If they are just straight lines going across, you might want to try again. So then we're going to start on the dot, which was the top left dot, and I'm going to draw to the second one. Then I'm going to move, follow the line, and draw another side. Okay? I don't want sides here. I'm going to skip here, and then I'm going to draw sides on the second one. Side, side, skip. 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 And then this guy doesn't have a bottom, so I'm going to give him a bottom. There. Now I'm ready to erase the pencil line. So I'm going to get an eraser. Okay, so the reason we did that channel with the eraser is so that we can erase it later. But it's important that these shapes be in marker so that we can do that. And also so they show up better against the shading, which we will do later. So now we're going to do the pole that's going to go through. Start at the bottom. And the pole is going to be about that thick. So a little thicker than my part of my marker, but definitely skinnier than the whole marker. And then it's going to continue on between here. And this shape covers it up, so it continues on through here. This shape covers it up, so we know that it goes underneath, but we don't draw that because it's being hidden by this shape. So this shape is covering it up. So it continues on until it stops, then it gets covered, and it's underneath there and hiding, but then it pops out here. What's really important is I think about how this would come out and aim for here. So I wouldn't start like way over here. That would be like, that looks disjointed. I mean, how did it get over there? So think about how it should continue on. So how would this, if we were to draw it straight through under there, aiming there, it would come here. So it goes under this shape, under that shape. And then I'm going to have it just come out to the top. So now I'm going to start at the top again. And I am going to find the dot that I started with. And I'm going to draw a curve back towards the pole. But I'm not going to cross the pole. So I'm going to start at the next top. Right here, not at the bottom, but at the top. I'm going to curve towards about the middle of the pole. Oh, no, I guess I'm a little closer to the top, but I'm going to curve gently towards the pole, gently towards the pole, gently towards the pole, gently towards the pole. Don't cross the pole. Gently towards the pole, gently towards the pole. Then I'm going to start on the bottom of the first shape. So I started the top over here. I'm going to start the bottom over here, and I'm going to curve gently towards the pole. And I don't want these to line up. These should not line up. So I'm going towards the pole. Okay, so now I'm ready for some shading. But I'm going to do that in the next set in another video.